heard anything, funny stories or something?
Well, funny you should ask.
Ah,
I ran into Finn the other day.
oh, no.
Oh, So he's telling me he was out in the parking lot, so many cars.
Oh.
He drove round and round,
Yeah,
couldn't find a spot.
No.
So frustrated.
yeah.
So frustrated he even got to the point of saying, "Oh, Lord, if you find me a parking spot, I swear I'll give up the drink.
Ah,
I'll start going to church every Sunday."
oh.
And just then a sunbeam came down right on an empty parking spot. And he says, "Oh, never mind, I found one."
Now,
Oh,
that's a darling one. That's a good one right there, yeah. Oh,
it's
That's
a
a
good bit
darling.
of crack.
Yeah, it is a crack. Oh, that'll crack you right up. Well, you know all the old Pat and Mike jokes, right?
Oh, aye,
they're
aye.
good. Yeah. Stop me if you heard this, and don't
Oh.
don't stop me. I'll
Oh,
tell you
didn't
anyway.
think of it.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
So Pat, you know Pat. Oh, you know.
Aye.
Oh, yeah. You know Pat and his brother
Which
Mike.
one?
Well, you know Pat and Mike, the two,
Oh,
the
Pat.
twins.
Okay,
You know.
okay,
you know,
gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, so Pat. Oh boy,
Aye.
bless his heart. Wasn't doing well. No. So he took his deathbed. I'm so. You know, Lord be praised. But anyway, so he's sitting on his deathbed. He still has breath in his body. You know.
He
So
does.
yeah. So he says to his brother Mike. He says, Mike. He says, "You are my darling brother. I love you. You know I do. I've got a request for you. My final request." Oh, Pat. If it's your final request, you know I'll honor it. Of course I will. What is it? Anything, name it, I'll do it. He said, okay, well here it is. He says, you know, in my closet, not in this place, no, but at home, in my bedroom, in my closet, there is a box, shoebox. And in it is a bottle of my finest Irish whiskey, aged Jameson. Oh, you know, yeah, that's good. Taste from the angels, right?
Hey.
But anyway, he said, please, year to the day of my death, he says, promise me this.
Aye.
Take that bottle, open it, say a prayer or two, and then pour it all over me grave.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
So,
what a
Mike-
fine thought.
It is, you know, it is. So Mike says, you know, Pat, I will do it. He says, but would you mind if I passed it through me body but once?
Oh, that's oh my goodness. Well, I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
the other day,
Huh?
I was talking to Jimmy O'Flynn,
Oh.
and he was telling me that they was walking down in the town, and there's a bit of construction going on there.
Oh, I
And
saw
he-
it, yeah.
Yeah. And he stopped to watch it, and he goes, because here's a guy, he digging a hole.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Another guy comes behind him and fills it up. And then the first guy, he's digging another hole already,
Yeah.
and the other guy comes around. They did this half a dozen times.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And finally Jimmy had to say, hey, you guys, what's going on? I just don't understand this at all.
I'd say the
I
same.
don't.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
One digs a hole and then you fill it in. What you doing? And they said, well, normally we have 3 guys, but the guy that plants the tree was out sick today. Oh, it happened
Yeah.
too often.
Yeah. So now I get another one about Pat and Mike.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
good.
Pat recovered, don't you know?
Oh,
But you know, anyway, but they were up to their old hijinks, you know, the two of them.
Oh, I.
Out drinking all night long. All night long. Finally, they got tired. They didn't even get home. They fell asleep in the gutter. Right in the gutter.
Oh.
Yeah. So morning comes, daylight comes up here, and Pat wakes up first, groggy eyes. Oh boy, he does not feel good. But he decides, you know what, I better get up and take a leak. So he does.
Oh,
Yeah, he does.
wow.
And he comes back, lies down with Mike. A little while later, Mike wakes up too, you know.
No, I.
Yeah, same state, feeling bad. And he turns to Pat, he says, oh, Pat, he says, oh my goodness, I've been here all night and I think I gotta get up and take a pee.
Oh,
Yeah. So Mike says, you know what? you're too drunk still. He says, I'll do it for you. Yeah.
Good talk. Good talk.
But when he comes back, he says, you didn't have to go. Okay. Oh, what is it? Oh, Mary, what is it? Oh, what is it?
Oh, Father. Me Michael passed away last night.
Oh.
My husband.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sad for you, ma'am. I am sad for you, you know.
Thank you,
In my heart, I'm
Father.
sad for you.
Oh, thank
Aye.
you, Father.
But, you know, he was a hard man.
Oh, aye, Father.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
aye, he was a hard man, that.
And he took a drink a time or two.
Oh, himself
Yeah,
took
yeah, he
all
did.
drinks a time or two.
Yeah,
Oh,
bless his
aye,
heart, bless his
Father.
soul. And I know there was a time and again he raised a hand to you.
Oh, aye, Father, that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know he must be at peace now. But can you tell me what did he say to you, his last words?
Oh, Father, he did have last words.
I'm sure he did.
Oh, yes. Mary, put the gun down.
Oh dear. Well, you know how we Irish, we like to tell our jokes about the priest, don't we?
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do, don't we? Oh, the priest. I've got one for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Father O'Shea.
Aye.
I knew Father O'Shea. Anyway, yeah. But Father O'Shea, he was out visiting a poor fella sick in the hospital. Very sick. Very, very sick. He was in the intensive care unit. You know that?
Oh,
Yeah,
I-
yeah, of course, yeah.
Aye.
So he's up there, and this poor fella, he's, you know, strapped down, he's got wires and tubes and who knows what. Maddie, you know what did happen? Yeah, okay. But the poor fella, he's kind of not too with it, you know. So the priest is talking to him for a little bit, and he raises up a little bit, and as the priest is talking to the fellow, his eyes start to widen, and he's got the tube in his mouth, you know, he can't talk. So, but he's going like this, you know, and poor Father O'Shea, he's saying, "What is it, lad?" He says, "Can't talk," you know. So here, write down. So he starts to write
Aye,
down things, you
aye.
know, he's scribbling fast as, and he dies. Right,
Oh.
he dies.
Oh.
So Father O'Shea, you know, yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, right.
Aye.
Yeah, he gave the man a blessing. So he's putting on his coat. He's walking out to the hospital. He said, "Well, you know, this poor man. He's giving me his last confession." And she said, "She's going to go to heaven. I know, but I've got to see what he wrote. You know,
Right,
what's
right.
his sins. I don't know his sins, but so he reads, takes out the paper and opens it up. Says." "Father, get off the oxygen hose."
Well,
He kept walking though.
he kept walking.
Yeah, he did.
Well, Frank, now, do you ever remember Father Murphy?
Oh, of course.
At
bless
St.
him.
Bridget's.
Yeah,
You ever
Bridget's,
remember
yeah, sure.
a hard one? You know, when
Yeah.
he'd be saying the mass,
Yeah,
somebody come in late,
Yeah, oh yeah.
he'd just stop and stare 'em all the way down to their seat.
That's right. Right.
Well, he went into the pub t'other day.
The priest did.
He did.
Oh.
He did. Oh,
A good
but
one.
he walked up to the first man he came to, and he said, "Did you want to go to heaven?" And he said, "Oh yeah, oh aye." So stand over there against the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Went to the next one he came to, and he said, "Would you like to be going to heaven?" Yeah, yeah. What? Go
Sure.
stand against the wall.
Okay.
Then he comes to the third guy,
Uh-huh.
and he says, "Would you like to go to heaven?" And the guy said, "No." Father was taken back.
Sure.
He said, "What? What? I can't believe you said no. You're not wanting to go to heaven." And you know what? I don't understand. And he said, "Well," I don't want to. I thought you meant you were going now. I just want to wait and go when I die.
Of course.
That's fine. Sorry.
This is good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you heartily.
And you know how if we're not priests, we're policemen, aren't we?
Oh, we are. We're the Garda.
That's right. So, you heard the one about the poor cop, the guard had to go over to the Murphy's house and notify him of Mickey's drowning. Mickey's drowning. So poor Mickey, he's working down at the Guinness factory.
I
know Mickey.
know,
Yeah,
I
sure.
know.
So he comes up, knocks on the door, he says, "Sorry, Mrs. Murphy, I have bad news to report to you. Bad news." Bless her soul. What is it? He says, "It's your dear Mickey, he's gone." Oh my goodness, whatever happened? He said, well, he drowned. He drowned. Yeah, he fell into a vat of the Guinness. Oh, he said, well, he went fast, I hope. He says, not terribly, he went out to pee 3 times. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
this same Father Murphy,
Oh, boy, he gets around.
I guess
Yeah.
well, he got around all the way to New York.
Oh.
He was in
Yeah.
New York, driving down a little erratic, I'm thinking, because he got pulled over by the Garda.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been drinking, Father? He says to him. Well, water, just water. Policeman looks, he said, "Hi, what's that bottle down there on the floor? Bottle of wine?" Father Murphy went, "Good Lord, he's done it again." He was always a quick thinker.
Oh, he's a quick thinker. Drunk or not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a little bit further down the road, same policeman. He stopped a car with old Donald and Mary Margaret were driving. You know the old couple.
Oh, I
They're
know
an old couple.
them.
Yeah, they've been together forever, So, but as they're driving along, they're coming up to a little stop sign like you might have around here. You know.
Oh, I.
And as they're coming to the stop sign, they just roll right through, don't even stop, just keep on going, kind as you please. Just roll right through. And so the policeman puts on his little whirly bird, whatever it is they call it. I don't know. What do they call it here?
Really bird.
Ah, whirly bird. Okay. So he put that little thing on, So anyway, he pulls up behind the car, and as he's pulling up behind him, don't you know, Donald reaches up and pulls down, puts on his seatbelt, So, now this cop, he said, I've got you now. So the cop goes up to Donald and he says, "Sir," he says, "let me have your license and registration." He does. He says, "Now, sir, why I pulled you over?" He says, "I haven't the faintest." He said, "Well, I pulled you over because you went right through that stop sign." "No, I did not." "Me? No, I'm a good driver. Good driver did not pull through. I stopped." He says, "Sir, I saw you with my own 2 eyes. 2 of them, So anyway,
Just to go, eyes on.
you saw him like that, right? So, and then he said, and furthermore, he says, when I was ready to stop you, I'd have let you off with that. You're an old guy. I'd have let you off with that. But I saw you reached up and you pulled down, you put on your, that's illegal. He says, what you talking about? Every time before I leave the driver, put on my seatbelt. I do. So the policeman's getting fed up. And so he turns to Mary Margaret. He says, "Ma'am, would you help me out here? You're a decent soul. I saw your husband here roll through that stop sign, so pull on the seatbelt. Tell me true." So Mary Margaret says, "Oh, sir, I'd like to help you, but when I know this man so well, you'll never win an argument with him when he's this drunk." You're out of it.
Back to Finn.
Oh,
again,
my gosh.
I told you I
Yeah.
was seeing him the other day. Well, he told me that he had been coming home from a party and he's driving all over the place.
Oh, sure.
And
I know
he gets
Finn.
stopped.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
aye.
Yeah.
And the Garda comes up, wants to know if he'd been drinking, what's he doing?
Yeah.
And he said, "No, nothing." He said, "Well, did you know your wife fell out of the car 3 blocks back?" And he said, "Oh, thank goodness, I thought I'd gone deaf. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going back.